Hi, my name is Gina Rhodes, and I'll be discussing some of the IOM Future of Nursing reports, their key messages, and the recommendations for nursing future. The one key message I um, chose or selected was nurses should practice to the full extent of their education and training. The reason why I chose this is I believe that we are sometimes restricted either by our personal beliefs, our professional guidelines issued by state and regulatory committees, federal government, um, the laws, of course, Medicare, Medicaid guidelines, even our own place of business. The policies and procedures sometimes limit us. So it's our goal in life is actually to, as a nurse, of course, is to enhance our patients' outcomes. That's what we want to do. And I think sometimes we're limited by those things. And the IOM Future Nursing Report actually discusses why they feel like we need to expand our education and training, our practice. In order to do so, I think we need to build up on the past to obtain our future goals. We are our history, we are our past. We build up on our past both in personal and professionalism in order to reach our future goals. So we need to look at the past and build up on that. That's how we are what we are. The history of American nursing, I chose this chart in particular because it gave us a generalized look of how far we've come in such a short time. Really, um, a long ways we've come in a little over 100 years. Of course, the first nurse researcher and the mother of nursing is Florence Nightingale. She saved so many lives to what I think is a basic necessity of cleanliness. What we take for granted today was never even thought of yesterday. It's just amazing. It's a simple thing of washing hands and aseptic techniques. Okay, the Florence Nightingale Pledge. I think that sometimes we forget um, where we started at. You know, when we first come out of nursing school, we go in with bright eyes. Oh, we're going to change the world. And Florence Nightingale did. She did what she wanted to do. She changed the world. She changed and improved outcomes. And she started small. She started small in that little hospital that she worked at in the Crimean War. So just think about that. And then she just kept on lobbying, and people listen. When you're passionate about something, people listen. And of course, evidence-based research too. The nursing future. As I said, we have so many roles to play as a nurse. We're a leader. We are always on the run. We are managing everything from our patient care, supervising others, becoming a leader. We're all doing this to improve outcomes and qualities. Evidence based practice is one of the things we use. The future is within us, ourselves. I just think this is funny. I know. I had to throw this in here. Be a nurse. Earn $15 to $25 a week, and you can learn at home. I think also, in order to achieve our goals, according to the IOM, we need to look at ourselves. Who am I? Am I doing what I need to do for not only myself, but for others? I think in order to evolve and achieve goals, um, whether it be personal or professional, you need to look at yourself from within and expand upon that. I'm just a nurse. I thought this was funny. Not funny, but ironic. We are not just a nurse. We are an integral part of an organization, a huge organization, that can make a difference. It can make a difference in one or many. And it's how we perceive ourselves and how we go about our lives daily in achieving the goals of personal and professional outcomes. So if we just think, oh, I'm just one, we're not going to get anywhere. if you think I am just one of many, but I am a part of a large organization um, that can make change. Healthcare, providing patient care, being compassionate. The United States has, every state has, their own little disciplines and legislation. Oops, sorry, let me go back here. Legislation. Like we have the Board of Nursing. There's so many different organizations. We need to learn to work as disciplinary teams because nursing is a global profession. We need to think about it in a global manner. Um, it's not just where we are at this moment in this moment of time. We've got to use our networking techniques. Now, I'm not just talking Facebook, I'm talking about networking at work, networking with others. Um, there's so many different things like LinkedIn, organizations. In order to make the change, we have to make ourselves change. We need to look at ourselves from within. In order to be a a leader, we need to look at how to grow as a leader, increase your impact. Becoming a part of the North Carolina Board of Nursing, you can look at the ANA. I'm a member of the ANA and some other organizations that I feel like enhance not only myself, but my professionalism and my role as a nurse caregiver. In order to do this, to grow as a leader and increase our impact, as the ANA says, as a individual in a large organization, we need to remove the scope of practice barriers. We need to double the number of nurses within a doctorate by 2020. We need to prepare and enable nurses to lead the change in advanced health. So, how will we do that? Is by preparing ourselves. We need to look at ourselves from within and then increase our knowledge base. We also need to implement nursing residency programs. So, advanced practice nursing, that's what the ANA wants, that's what most of the nursing organizations want. We want to expand our opportunities for nurses to lead and to become an integral part of the future. We want to increase the proportion of nurses with a baccalaureate degree to 80% by 2020. So, even before starting my BSN program, I thought, oh, okay, I thought I knew more than what I did. Of course, every day I learned something new as a nurse. But I was really surprised looking back over the last year or so how far I've come and how much I have learned. It's things that you don't think that you've absorbed and you have. Um, so becoming a leader within your place of business, your place of work, a leader in an organization, becoming a part of a national organization, state organization, part of your board of nursing, electing officials that will help you get our point across. Legislation, Congress, those are the places of the federal government that make the change. We need to have more authority and in the healthcare business of our patients. So the nurse, I love this chart right here. We are not just a care provider, we are teachers, we are leaders, we are a team member, we are communicators and a client advocate. We are all these things and more. Just like the little birds in the tweets, we are constantly needing to network. Whether we realize it or not, we network already. But we need to increase our networking. Because this, like I said, this is a global profession. The reason why we do this, I don't know about you. Some people may have done it for money. Obviously, we all know we do not do this for money. When a person decides to become a nurse, they make the most important decision in their lives. I truly believe this because you have to dedicate yourselves to the care of others. because being a nurse is more than a job, it's a way of life. Making a difference is not just a living. And I love this picture of the hands. It reminds me of my mother and I. My mother was recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, so it's been a struggle. Um, but I truly believe, and I've always done this with any of my patients, even with my mother, held their hand when they need me the most. I think that's the most important thing as a nurse, is being there when somebody needs you at the most important time. And I have been there. As a critical care nurse, specializing in cardiac, I have been there when nobody else has. And I'm blessed in that sense. So in order to, just to repeat what I was talking about, in order to be, um, to enhance the IOM um, recommendations, we need to be lawless. We need to be proactive, and realize we are not just one. We are one of many, and we can make a change. Thank you.